Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome. Today's reading is going to be about the divine masculine, so divine feminines. This could be for souls in separation, twins in separation. This has to do with no contact. And 1, 2, or 3, there's messages in each pile for you. We're going to talk about how do they really feel in this separation? What are their feelings towards you? How do they feel in general? What are they dealing with in particular, like a shadow or a struggle or an issue that they're having difficulty with, they need more time with, or they need to, sort of put in the work a little more about. And then what can you do from the sidelines if you're waiting, if they're if you're the chaser and they're the runner. So, and then we'll get advice for you. Okay, so like I said, 1, 2, or 3, you choose, and we're going to get started with the first pile. Okay, so the first pile, let's see what's going on here. So how do they really feel? Okay, so they've got some anger that they're needing to work through. It looks like they've got definitely either misdirected anger, pent up anger, or they have anger issues in general. Okay, this could be due to a mood disorder, or it could be something else that they're very angry about, or they have anger towards you, or they're harboring anger. Or they're angry that they can't be with you, or they're angry that they can't be what you need. More so, they're angry, and dealing with anger is a top sort of priority thing that they should be, working on. Something that should be really dealing with in this separation period. All right. So let's see something that, they're dealing with. What is something that they're dealing with? So they've got regret wounds. I wish I would have done things differently. So they're angry at themselves, I feel like, for the way they treated you, or for the way things didn't work out, or the chance they didn't take, or something that they put you through that they didn't mean to put you through, or they responded with anger towards you and it might have ended in an argument or ended in a blowout. And they're very regretful of that. They said some things in anger that they didn't mean, and they wish they could take it all back now. Yeah, they have like this energy where it might be their first reaction. Anger might be their first reaction, but they don't mean to really hurt people with it. They just don't know how to control it. It's something that they need to learn to work on, is what I'm getting. But yeah, mainly they're upset and angry because now they're realizing after the fact, they're angry at themselves now, that they shouldn't have said these things or done these things or acted this way. Okay, so that's really what they're dealing with and going through. Some things that, they need to work out, maybe release, let go, forgive, sort of forget, move on. They're carrying this with them, and it's really sort of blocking them up on their journey and on their ascension. It almost might make them go backwards a few steps. It's something with a block, though, because of the anger. Okay, now you might know that they were dealing with this. They might have been like this all along. It could be that you might have mirrored this out to them, and they have to look deeper at this now. And they're just really, really regretful of the way things went down. All right, let's see anything else that they're dealing with. Struggles, issues. What are they, struggling with? Yeah, release. Look at that. They're struggling to release this anger and release these regrets. And I feel like they can't get past themselves. There's something that they feel like it's either too painful to look at, or it's too deep of a regret wound that they don't want to 100% all the way admit it because it makes them feel very vulnerable. This could be shit from their past that they're not quite ready to let go. I feel like mentally they're holding on to this so much that it's actually almost like changing them. Okay, so they have a lot of inner work to do, and I feel like this has a lot to do with forgiveness and releasing that anger and releasing it once and for all. And I feel like it has to do with the regret part of this. So what are maybe possibly some other things before we talk about what you can do? What are some other things that they might be dealing with, sort of to tie this all together? And we've got dark thoughts. So they may go to a dark place. When something isn't working out for them, they might go to that dark place. They might let this consume them. They might be battling this shadow side. The shadow side says they're a failure. The shadow side says they're no good. The shadow side makes them feel very low and worthless, and very, that shadow voice is very derogatory, okay? And this is something that's been going on for a long time with them. So let's see some advice for you and what can you do? Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to let go of them for now. They're in a darker place. You don't want to hold on to anything like that when you're trying to ascend. And ascension doesn't matter how quick or if you're further ahead, that doesn't matter. It's really about your individual journeys, okay? And for now, I feel like you have to accept the fact that this person needs to change and they're going through changes and they need to do this alone. And you have to keep sort of moving on and allow this chapter to be over so you can start a new chapter. I hope that these messages were helpful, guys. All right, so if you chose pile 2, let's see what we've got here. Oh, we've got moving on. So that's the way they feel. They feel like they're going to go forward with or without you. This is something that they feel like they really have to do this. If they don't do it, they're going to stay stuck. They're going to stay sad. They don't want to feel that energy anymore. They don't want to feel sad. They don't want to feel regretful. They have to do this, I feel like, for their own spirit. And they're looking for opportunities in life. So they're going on a partially inner journey and an outer journey. They're physically looking for things, mentally looking for things, spiritually looking for things. They're going forward. All right, so let's see something that they're dealing with. And we've got stubbornness. I don't like admitting my feelings. So this could be something that, you might have known they were feeling deeper for you and it scared them. They might have been too stubborn to admit it. I also feel like they don't like being told anything, okay? You could tell them what they need and try to help them with what they need, but they don't want to hear it. If you say that or you try to do that, they're going to run, okay? Because this also gives me vibes of running and you being the chaser. So they're on their own way now. They're on their own path. They're not really looking back right now. They're looking towards the future. And I feel like they have to do this or else they feel like they're going to go crazy, okay? So they're in that aspect. It could be indication for you to do the same thing. All right, so let's see what is something else, that they're dealing with. Yeah, healing. They're stubborn about it, okay? They have to accept the fact that they need to heal things that you might have brought to their attention. You were good enough and smart enough to see it, and they did not want to see it. It made them want to move on. They don't want to face feelings. They don't want to be mushy, lovey, squishy feeling. They don't want that. I feel like they're a very, very tough person, very, very stubborn, very pig-headed, and they won't budge. Okay. And you don't want to be around an energy like that anyway. So it will only slow you down and it will only take away your energy and it will stop you on your ascension process. So they got healing to do. And part of it is going to be this stubbornness. Part of it is going to be having to admit their feelings for you and their feelings about other things in life and face things and not just walk or run away when it gets too tough on the journey or on their path. They've got to face that healing. They might be moving on to the healing. Okay. So let's see anything else that, you need to know about their struggles. They've also got issues with status quo now. So for them, they got to go sort of seek their fame and fortune. They got to go sink their, fantasies and make shit a reality. I feel like this is all about money for them, money and power. I feel like they have to feel like they have something for themselves before they can commit to you or give to you or anything like that. They have to commit to themselves first, commit to saving money, commit to a new path, maybe a new career, maybe something with a new job or saving money or eliminating debt. They're working on that. That's a big problem for them because I feel like with that stubbornness, I feel like it could be they were fearful to move on in any direction. And now they've sort of put it in their head that that's all they're going to do now. So what advice for you? Like, what can you do? Some advice for you towards this person. We're getting a move on. Again, going forward with your own journey, doing the work for you. And somewhere I feel like you're going to be very validated for the work you're doing on yourself. Okay? Because I feel like they may come back to you when they've reached this status quo, when they feel like they've got enough money and they've got enough ego built up and they don't feel hurt and wounded anymore. They might come back to you and say, look what I've done. Look how much I've accomplished. Look at me now. Okay. They want this look at me now vibe. So that's just some advice. But for you, definitely keep going forward. Okay. Don't look back. Don't stop for them. Don't stop for nobody. Just keep going forward. Okay. And then let's see one other little sort of advice here. Open a new door. There you go. I hope these messages were helpful. All right, if you chose the third pile, let's see what we're getting. All right, longing. So they're in an energy where they're longing, they're needing, they're longing, they're thinking of you. You know, they're feeling this. They're sad, they're scared, they're just in a mess of feelings that are very low energy, very sort of like, you know, past reminiscing, ruminating about mistakes they've made, things they should have done differently. All those things are coming to a head. They miss you. They miss you. They want you. They are thinking of you very deeply. So let's see an issue they're dealing with. Yeah, lack of self-focus. I learned to always take the attention off myself. So they might worry about everybody else but themselves. They might be taking care of other people. They might be ignoring their problems, health, mental health, whatever. They might be ignoring their problems. They're not putting the focus on themselves. They learned that if they worry about other people, they won't have to worry about themselves. They won't have to take care of themselves. They won't have to do anything that's beneficial or good for themselves or something that's going to cause them to grow or cause them to change or evolve. They are not going to do that. Their focus, yes, they're longing. Yes, they're missing you, but they're also longing for what they cannot be for you. They can't be what you need them to be. And that's upsetting them in a way that they have never dealt with before. Okay, so they might be ignoring it and putting their attention on other people, other people's problems. They're more focused on distractions right now. They don't want to take care of themselves, so they're distracted by other people. It could be siblings, it could be parents, it could be friends, anything to not have to look at their own deep issues. All right, so let's see something else that they're dealing with. Yeah. Also, gratitude. Let me tell you something. They don't really feel that grateful for the things they have. I feel like they have like a conscience of lack where they're like, I don't have this. I don't have that. I should have had this by now. I don't have the $1 million CEO job that I wanted. My dreams didn't come true. They're focused on more of the negative things than they are on what they do have, whether it's a roof over their head, a hot meal to eat, a hot shower. They're not thinking of those things. Somewhere they got a little bit entitled about life. They might have had permissive parents that let them do whatever they wanted. I feel like they've never really had to face consequences for life or lessons or anything, but they don't have that gratitude. They need to work on being grateful for what they do have, not what they do not have. And also not feeling the gratitude when they were around you or with you. They weren't gracious for, like, they were not appreciative of having you. Okay, so I feel like there's regret for that now. So let's see what else we got as far as struggles and issues. Yeah, stuck energy. They really don't want to move. I hate to say it. They're so stuck they really don't want to move. They're just contemplating everything. They just kind of sit back and watch life go by. They like watch a whole day go by and nothing has changed, but yet they're so miserable about it. They're down about it. They're depressed about it. They don't know what to do, where to go, how to go there. All they got to do is start walking. It's about taking steps. They don't take any steps to betterment. They don't want to take any steps. You don't stay stuck forever unless you choose to. So they're choosing to stay in this energy where they're more comfortable dealing with other people's problems. They're more comfortable engulfing themselves with family issues or, issues with work or their friends or whatever it is. But they're not happy. That's the main issue. They're not happy in their life, but they're not making any effort to change it. Okay. So basically Spirit is like, you need to move on from this too, because they're sticking you right in the mud with them. Okay. You're not able to move on. You're not able to do the things that you love and want to do in life because you're so worried about them and what they're doing and when they're going to fix their shit. They might never fix their shit. This person is so set in that energy. Excuse me, guys. So what is something advice for you? Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. They will keep you down if you allow it. Don't allow it. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to have to end the video. I hope these messages were helpful. Love and light.